why things are so different for me now as opposed to 6, 7, 8 months ago when I just really felt at a low, at a loss. Man, this pandemic just changed so many people's lives. Thought about the time I spent with my online therapist. My angels, they got my back and they're here. So now it's raining. See? It's beautiful. Life is beautiful. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Again, another different vibe for this session. Just want to sit and talk with you. Winding down for the day, so instead of coffee, we have tea. Those are my angels, letting me know that they're around me, protecting me. That's hot. So today is winding down. I just thought about my life, where I'm at now, as opposed to where I was, say, 6 or 7 months ago. Man, this pandemic just changed so many people's lives, right? I don't know of anyone who was infected or impacted by this last year and by the pandemic in general. It's good to reflect every now and again, to stay on track or to just see where you're at in life. That's what's helping me right now. It's been a lot of positive changes for me. So I'm thinking more of like, how did I get to where I am now? Feeling stable, feeling whole, feeling like I've grown in the past year or so. What am I doing that's different now than what I was doing before? And so that's what I thought about today. Thought about the time I spent with my online therapist. That's something I'll talk about in another video, but that was a plus for me. Thinking about the different tools started using and incorporated in my daily life, like this gratitude journal I'll talk about, and reading books that really stimulate my mind, just to help me have a different perspective on things. This one's Deepak Chopra, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. I've read this one before and I'm rereading it just because it's a lot of nuggets in there. But reading good books, that was another thing. Tapping into my close, trusted friends was something that's... My angels, they got my back. They're here. Now it's raining. See? It's beautiful. Life is beautiful. But it's just something that I was very weak at, something that I didn't really do before in the past. I just never really reached out too often. Definitely learned the lesson. People who are in my life now are very solid, and I know that I can lean on them when times are hard. The difference between now and even the last 6 months, just in the last 6 months, a lot more reading, a lot more diving into myself, a lot more utilizing the tools that I've found, the tools that my therapist that I saw before put me onto, reaching out to friends, talking about my issues, learning to be grateful for everything, even this rain and the thunder and the storms in life, being grateful for them, because as hard as situations were in my life, you know what? I'm sure you can relate. Every situation and every episode that was difficult, I grew from. I learned something from it. I learned something about myself. I learned something about life. I just learned something. I'm sure you can relate. You know, if you look back at all your most trying time, even now, it's a really trying time for you. You can look at something and find a silver lining and say, you know what? I learned ... about myself, or learned ... about people. Taking the good with the bad, really learned to am still learning to become or be grateful for everything in my life. It's easy to be grateful for the good things, but finding the silver lining in the things that don't feel so good, that's when you really start to grow and expand. You hear that rain? That's how life is, man. All of a sudden, there's just rain. Sometimes it's raining good, sometimes it's raining not so good. But you have to be willing to accept it. And that's another thing for me that has changed my perspective in the past 6 months. It's accepting the things that I can't change. Gratitude, acceptance, utilizing different tools, expanding my mind, expanding my perspective, reaching out, having people I can trust and talk to really gets me out of my head maybe that's something that can help you as well. I just reflected on why things are so different for me now as opposed to 6, 7, 8 months ago when I just really felt at a low, at a loss, and have felt that at different times in my life. But now feeling more solid, feeling more balanced, probably the most balanced and most stable I've felt in my life, emotionally and psychologically. And so I wanted to share that with you. And I want to know if there's anything that you've done that has helped you stay sane, stay solid, and keep moving forward. Because everybody's different. Personally, I'm always looking for ways to grow and to shift my perspective in positive ways, because it's necessary. I don't ever want to get caught up in thinking I know everything, or caught up in thinking, or my way of thinking is it. I always want to grow and I always want to expand. It's another reason why this channel is here, so you can help me stay accountable and I can help you as well, hopefully. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you do to stay sane, or if there's anything that you heard today that you might incorporate that might help you where you're at now. If you haven't checked out the last videos, check them out. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for new content. I just want to say I'm thankful for you. If you made it this far, thank you so much for spending this time with me. And let's just continue to grow together, enjoy this life, and be grateful. See you in the next one.